Summer. Well, actually, I guess things aren't that different.
Amigo in the morning. Summer Special.
Coast to coast and around the world, welcome back to Minneapolis, which has been in the news for the last 2 weeks. And welcome to Amigo in the Morning. As always, I am your host, Austin Jason Cell1. That's right, Amigo in the Morning is back. We're doing summer specials every other Sunday for 7 episodes till August 30th. And then we'll take a short break and season 4 will premiere. So, Amigo in the Morning's back. Amigo in the Morning on a Sunday feels weird. I'm sure I've done it before, though, because I was lazy and didn't record on a Saturday. I don't know why I do stuff with my arms when I'm talking. It's not like Sean Evans where I'm talking with my hands, and making all these gestures. It's more like just, patting my knees or going back and forth like this, scratching my leg, stuff like that. Welcome back to Amigo in the Morning. Let's get into it. First off, I just wanted to say I've started a new podcast, the Gaming Sports Dogs podcast. I have 3 episodes, one with Milo and Liam. And I haven't done an episode for over a month because I don't want to do it until I have a guest. Although I'm thinking about doing one with a video. But that's a whole other thing. You can find it on Spotify, Radio Public, Anchor.fm, stuff like that. Let me just pull up my notes here. Second thing is, I've talked about this in an episode, but I'm still running for mayor. Again, I'm not running to win, I'm running to get my ideas heard, and if I have to win to do that, well then there we go. You can follow me on Instagram at VoteSellers and follow me on Twitter at VoteSellers. So yeah, I have some campaign logos and stuff. Now, this quarantine, part of me thinks it's necessary. Like, I'm not like one of those people that says, sacrifice the weak. But there's definitely part of me that thinks everyone's going to get it done anyways. It's inevitable. And that no matter how much we quarantine, there will be asymptomatic carriers who pass it on afterwards, and everyone's going to get it no matter what. So part of me thinks all this is pointless, but maybe that's just because I want it to open up. Minneapolis has been in the news for all the wrong reasons the last couple of weeks. Well, it started off with a really wrong reason, a really bad thing. But, the protests and stuff, I'm not saying the looting and the rioting is a good thing, but the protests, I'm proud of the city. I haven't protested personally for a few reasons. One, because, I can't drive, so I don't have anywhere to go. And 2, you don't know what is a protest and what is a secret excuse to be violent. I think the protesting is good. I don't know about the rioting and the looting. If the rioting and the looting is done by protesters, well, they're trying to get their voice heard. But if it's done by extremists, then they're just trying to be violent. And I don't like that. Oh, the MLB. The MLB. Well, MLB can't seem to come up with a proposal. The owners want like a 50-game, 48-game season, and the players offered a 114-game season. And basically, the more games there are, the more money the owners would lose. It's billionaires versus millionaires. I gotta side with the millionaires on this one because I want games. And we'll see. June 10th was supposed to be the extended spring training game date, but they never came to an agreement. Speaking of June 10th, we'll get to that later. The NBA is coming back, though, for now. July 31st is the day that the 8-game regular season is going to happen with 22 teams, and then they're going to start the playoffs. And it'll end, October 12th or something like that, and then the next season will start December 1st. And then the NHL is doing a 24-team bracket, and the Wild are in it, so that's cool. I've never been a fan of hockey, but if hockey's the first sport to come back, I will watch as many games as I can. Speaking of Wednesday, June 10th, I am taking my permit test that day. I have 1 day of driver's ed left tomorrow, and then I get to take my permit test. I got to get my blue card on Tuesday and then take the test on Wednesday morning. Hopefully I don't have to wait in the DMV for 4.5 hours. So that's cool. I have joined Minnesota Sports Fan as a writer. MinnesotaSportsFan.com, at RealMNSportsFan on Twitter, at RealMNSportsFan on Instagram, Real Minnesota Sports Fan on Facebook. I don't know Facebook, but I think it's just Minnesota Sports Fan on Facebook. But I've joined as a writer. I've written 2 pieces, one on ranking the Twins and how long they'll be on the team, and the other talking about Mike Zimmer and what his era will be remembered for. So that's cool. What video games have I been playing during this quarantine? Well, I talked a little bit about this on my podcast. I played Animal Crossing a little bit. I got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I've been playing that mostly. Playing some Smash Bros. And I've been playing 2 Zelda games. I started A Link to the Past over 2 months ago, and it's very hard. I'm still working on it. I've had to cheat a couple times, and a couple times I've cheated and it didn't actually help me. I'm also using restore points, so instead of dying, going back to the beginning of the temple and going all through it again, I'm just, I died, reset, go right back in. So that's kind of cheating, but it's necessary. Because if I'm not using cheating, then I'm not going to play that game. And so when I review all the Zelda games, I'll definitely put that lower for A Link to the Past, saying I was playing with restore points and it was still tedious to do all the stuff again. So if you don't and you play the game the real way, you are not going to have a fun time. And then I started playing Skyward Sword again, and I'm stuck again, and I haven't played it for like a week or so, and I haven't played Link to the Past for weeks, so I gotta play those again before I stop forgetting to do. If I go to the park some days, I want to be a kicker, and I got a kicking field goal tee yesterday. That's pretty much it, I think. I thought this episode was going to be longer. I guess not. Today's Q&A question is, what are your plans for the summer? We haven't talked about taking a trip this year. What I want to do is I want to take a bunch of little trips, like camping every other weekend or something. So that way I can get experience driving. So that's what I want to do. I got to get 40 hours. I most likely can take my driver's test the day before my 18th birthday, so that's cool. So yeah, we don't have any big plans. I want to go to the gym if it's open, which I guess is allowed to open at 25% capacity on June 10th. And I want to go to speed and strength training at my high school if they do it, which I don't know if they will. Usually we spin the wheel to see if you get a motivational quote, a piece of advice, or fun fact. I got a new phone, so I don't have the wheel app, so I'm just going to do a fun fact. Today's fun fact is, one second. Kyler Murray and Josh Allen have achieved the most bets for MVP this season. That's from @NFL Fun Facts. You gotta follow them on Twitter or on Instagram. They're a great page. They also have a YouTube channel just NFF. So that's it. So follow me and subscribe to my main channel OptionCell1. Subscribe to my second channel OptionCell2. Follow me on Instagram @OptionCell1, @Amigo in the morning, @VoteSellers. Follow me on Twitter @OptionCell, @Amigo in the AM, @VoteSellers. Add me on Snapchat OptionCell. Buy my merch at rayjohn.com. That's pretty much it, right? Go to my website, jasonsell.wixsite.com/jsellers. Go to minnesotasportsfan.com. Yeah, that's it. Bye.